Hey, you all. So, I wanted to tell y'all what happened to me last week. I had a witnessing moment. And you know what, you all? I want to tell you what happened in that with my witnessing moment. And I felt unprepared, kind of. And I want to tell you guys what happened. And I don't really ask you guys to comment unless you want to. But I'm hoping that you guys will comment and put your opinions or advice on here. And this is what happened, and then after I tell you all what happened, then you'll have a better understanding of why I'm kind of conflicted on what to do in this situation. But last week I was driving, and you know how like you'll have homeless people, they'll stand in the medium of like an intersection and they'll panhandle for money. So I saw this homeless guy panhandling, and I wasn't in the right lane and to talk to him or give him anything. So what I did, I had to keep moving with the traffic when the light turned green, and so I parked down the street, and then I walked and I crossed the intersection and stood there and talked to him. And I asked him if he I'm kind of going by basically what was said. I can't go verbatim, but I was basically, letting him know, asking him, do you know the Lord? Did you know that you need to be born again to be in heaven? And asking him, has he read the Bible? Things like that. We were just having a conversation, and he was saying that he did. I can't remember if he said he used to witness with the Jehovah Witnesses, or he was studying with the Jehovah Witnesses. Like, it was one of those things. And then he started talking about the Job, and he and I were talking about that, and about how God took everything away from Job and he still had faith. And so we were talking about that, and he basically was saying he's backslid, and that he's kind of lost his way. And and I gave him a track, and I was telling him to that he should get back into the Bible, and that we wrestle with principalities, Satan. And he knew that verse, he knew it. And and I was like, wow. As I was walking away, I'm sorry. And this is another thing he said. He said that him reading the Bible was hard for him to understand. And so I was saying, well, pray to ask God to give you understanding of it. But I was like, wow, I gave him a tract, but I didn't have a Bible to give him. And I thought it was a perfect opportunity, because I felt like I was kind of rushed, because I know he's trying to panhandle and get people to help him. And so I felt like the things I had to say, I had to hurry up, even though he didn't really make me feel rushed. I actually really like talking to a lot of homeless people. There's some that is a little sketchy. Oh my gosh, y'all. One time I was talking to a homeless guy. He was just a little guy, and he had all this stuff on him, and he was walking the side of the road, and I had my car, and I parked. I pulled on the side of the road to talk to him, and I rolled down the window, and I was asking him if I could get him something, and he wanted a ride. And then he started like looking at me and like sizing me up, and he's like, how tall are you? And I was like, tall enough to take you if you try anything. So you have to be careful. Be careful, just a kind of like a side note on that, y'all. And so anyway, back to the other gentleman I was trying to witness to. So I was thinking, gosh, I could have had a Bible, but I didn't have a Bible. And he was telling me how the Bibles are really difficult to read. And I know that the King James Bible is the most accurate Bible, but I wanted to order a lot of bulk Bibles, but I didn't know if I should get the King James Bible or get the New King James Bible, because I know there is some subtle differences. Because I went home and I looked up, the part of the Bible where it says the mark of the beast will be in the right hand and in your forehead. But in the New King James, it says on your right hand or the forehead. So it's a little subtle change, but that subtleness could change the whole meaning of that with a lot of people. So, but then I'm like, well, if you get the King James version, then it's gonna, people might get discouraged reading it because of all the these and thous, and it's not more in a layman's term. So y'all, I'm really hoping that you all will give me some input, because I don't want to buy all these Bibles and get the King James version and then they don't want to read it because it's challenging, or get the New King James one, which has subtle changes that could change the context and the meaning of something. So y'all, please help me out on that. Oh, and y'all, as I was like witnessing in the medium with him, you know how the traffic is stopped, and y'all know I'm not gonna not have my shirt. And so I was stopping. Everybody was watching me talk to the homeless guy. But look, y'all, this is what I had. I was talking to him. Y'all, look at this. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And y'all know I got something in the bag. They probably didn't read the bag, but it's there. And y'all, these witnessing shirts work. Y'all, I went to the DMV a while ago. Well, it was like 2 weeks ago. And I got decals for my car. And so I went to send the decals to my daughter in Norfolk, where she's at. And they never got to her. So 2 weeks later, I'm like, well, gosh, I have to go back to the DMV. So when I went to the DMV, I told the lady, who I'd never seen her before. Well, I don't remember seeing her before. I told her, I said, yeah, I was here almost 2 weeks ago to get decals. And she was like, yeah, I remember. And it is not me, y'all. It's not me that she remembers this, because I be wearing these shirts. And I know they know me in the neighborhood. I know when they talk about me, they don't know my name, but when the neighbors talk probably about me, they're like, the girl that wears the God shirts all the time. That one. I know that's how they talk to each other about me, but that's okay. As long as they know where I stand, that's fine. And and let me tell you one more thing. And also, like, when I went to vacation in a very transit destination, so it's a vacation place you probably wouldn't go a whole lot of times. So I had to change my reservation or something. I had a request. So I called them thinking they would remember me, because I was there 6 months ago. And I was like, oh, yeah, do you remember me? And they're like, no, I'm sorry. I don't remember. I was like, I was the one that wears the God shirts every day. Oh yeah, now I remember. So y'all, these work. They don't remember me, but they remember. They remember y'all. And I'm not saying all y'all have to wear the shirts. I'm just letting you know that, our witnessing does pay off, even if you do it in a different form. You don't have to wear the shirts, but you can do it in a different manner, So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and I look forward to reading y'all's comments, okay? All right, well, I guess that's it, y'all. Love ya as always. Bye.